Lesson number 3 that I want to bring to you today is you can be broken and still building. This is something that stuck with me in 2025 and I'm taking it in 2026 and I hope you do take it. There were days when I was completely done. Not just tired, but completely broken. And if you know me, you know that I'm so much of a person that is very resilient. Like for me to give up, I have totally given up. But there were days when I felt like if you had to ask me a question, I would be like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But hey, I was still alive, I was still moving on, and I was still smiling. And you could see pictures of me smiling, and I would still move on. But you know, sometimes when we are building, we are actually bleeding. But should we stop? No, we don't stop as geniuses, but you might pause a bit to reflect on what you have to do better. But that doesn't mean you're not building. You're still building, even when you're bleeding. So actually, I want to tell somebody out there who's building something, and deep inside of you, you're the only person that knows that you're bleeding. I want to tell you, darling, you are still building in the middle of bleeding. So you can still be broken, tired, and just feeling like you're done. But you're in the process. And when you get out of that, you are going to be better. One thing that I know is there is nothing that God brings to you that He knows that you're not equipped to do that thing. So before it comes to you, God knows that you're going to do this. I'm not preaching, but I'm telling you reality. 2025 taught me that while I was broken, I was still building. Because right now in 2026, I can walk into things I built while I was broken. And yes, I'm happy about it and I'm still building. Here comes lesson number 4. Financial chaos doesn't mean you're actually failing. You start sometimes with money that you think is enough. But because you've started something that is new, eventually things turn out different. It doesn't mean you're failing. Sometimes you even feel that you're lost. Sometimes you feel you started something without enough money. But most of the people that we hear that are successful actually didn't start with enough money, if you understand that. If you read their stories, they started with what they had most of the times. But sometimes what you need is to stop, pause, and have clarity. How am I going to use the money that I have at this particular time? Because before, the financial wisdom you had before is not the same you're going to use here, because this is a new thing. There were times when I was completely broke. Now, don't confuse being broke with failing. Being broke is a phase. You had money, you used it. That doesn't mean you're failing. You just need to figure out how to do things here and there. And guess what? In that particular time, most of the times you have solutions of how can I get more money? And this is how you grow. Most of the times when you have all the money on the plate, you make a lot of mistakes because you think, oh, I got the money, so I'm going to do this and that. So whenever you have financial chaos in something, when you're studying something, don't think you're failing. No. Pause a bit, have clarity. Every time you have clarity, you do better. Trust me, 2025 taught me clarity. But before that, I thought I was failing. I thought, hey, I studied something and I don't have enough money. But no, I would sit and say, okay, in this particular time, what do? I learned how to handle holiday homes in summer. The summer that broke me last time cannot break me this time. I need to understand how to do things. So focus on the clarity. Don't think you're failing because of that financial chaos that's happening. We are all still in progress. Everybody, even the richest person on earth, is still in progress. You're not where you used to be. So keep moving, knowing that this is not failing. It's just chaos. You just need to sit, relax, and understand, how do I use the little money I have? And even if that money is completely finished because I've reached there and I've had to ask people to get me money. But right now, even when I'm asking, I ask only when it's very important. You know why? Because I've learned how to use the little money in a specific time and how to put money where to put it and how to use it properly. So that was a lesson that I learned also. In 2026, whenever there is some chaos, I will know that I just need clarity. I do not think that I've failed because of the chaos that is happening. Because you know what it brings? It brings a little bit of panic. And through the panic, you make a mistake. So pause a bit, have clarity, and just keep moving. The last but not the least, number 5. Your story is bigger than this season. This is something that has stuck with me even in the last moment of 2025 because I was going through something. And then I realized, oh, we've already gone into 2026 and I'm still going on. You know why? Because your story is bigger. Most of the times when we go through things, we are so broken that we do not think that we can even proceed. There were times when I kept asking myself, why me? Do I have to keep facing a mistake over a mistake? Do I have to face a challenge over a challenge? But no, some of us are built to tell stories, to tell testimonies. But all this comes from the tests you go through. So yes, if you're going through this season in your life, I want to tell you, your story is bigger than this season. And you can overcome it only if you understand that the power within you is able to manage all this, because there is no test that comes to you that you cannot manage. 2025 has really taught me a lot. There were times when I would be smiling the whole day, driving and being happy with my friends, and I would enter my bedroom and cry and get broken. But I was reminded that there's where I started, and I'm not there now where I want to be, but I wasn't where I was 5 years ago. So these are things that should always remind you all the time. And maybe you needed to hear this. Maybe you're in this season. I want to tell you something. Your story is bigger than this season. 2026, be determined. Keep moving with all those 5 lessons that I think most of the times when I think of these 5 lessons, I feel I couldn't share anything more than this at the start of the year. Think of these lessons and put them into your life as well. And think, what more is it that 2025 taught me that it came in a way of breaking me, but instead it built me? Think about it and comment in the comment section. Let me know, what is it that you went through that actually was here to break you, but it built you? Because you know what? We learn from each other. I learn from this platform. You learn from what I say. And with all that, see you in the next video. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, leave a comment, subscribe, like the video, because this pushes the video to other people to also make sure that they are here to unleash the hidden genius within. So, see you in the next video and